Hi, and welcome to this episode. And this episode, we're going to be plotting some charts. Alright, so this is a data set that we have used when we are trying to unpivot column. So go to the episode where you can find that here. So this is the data set. It contains different stores, the products, the price of the product, and the date at which the products were bought. Alright, so this is the structure of the data. Alright, so first we are going to look at compare the price of the products. So we want to see which product is more expensive. Alright, so that means we're going to use the mean, the average, to compare the average price of each product to compare which product is actually more expensive. Then we'll go to the report view. Then look at your visualization here. In your visualization pan, you can see build visuals. So these are the visuals you can build here. So because we are comparing categories, we are going to use a bar chart. So this is the one at the top, a stacked bar chart. So I'll click on this because I'm comparing categories. So I would click on price or put price on the x-axis, and then I can click on products or just drag product to the y-axis. Now this is showing me sum of price, but I want to look at the average price, which is best to compare categories. So I click on this arrow and then go to average, change this to average. Good. And then I can expand this. So it tells me that at the top of this list, rice is very expensive, followed by dried beans, followed by bottled water, followed by milk, and then canned vegetables. Now, I'm going to edit these charts. I'm just going to do a little things here. I'm going to do just a little. Now, looking at this average price, so I would click on the chart, come here, I'll see format your visual. I'll click on that, and then I can begin to format my visual. So from the y-axis, I do not want average price here on my this is my y-axis, this is my x-axis. So I do not want product here. So I'll go to y-axis. So the values, if I turn off this value, see what happens. So it takes away the label. If I turn it on, so that's it. So I can increase this to say 14. Or let me leave it as 12. Let me say 12. Or 11. Okay, 11 is fine. I'll broaden it. Right, good. And then I'll scroll down. The title is the product. I'll turn this off. I don't need it. So everybody knows that this is the product. Then I can scroll up back and then close this y-axis. Then I'll go to my x-axis. Then I'll go to the values. Now if I turn off this value, you see that is no longer there, which I do not even need in the first place. I do not need this because I'm going to add what is called a data label. You're going to see that in a moment. So I'll turn this off, and the title as well, I don't need it as average price. I'll turn it off. Good. Scroll up and then close the x-axis. Then I'll come to my labels. Sorry, my bars basically. I don't think I like the color. I can come here to change the color. And if I don't like the color that I here, I can come to more colors, and then I can come here to select the color I want. So I'll come here to say this particular color. Okay, so the color code is DF8358. So I'm going to copy that so that because of consistency. Okay, good. Now I have this looking very nice. I close the color, and then if you need a border around this, you can add a border. If you turn this on, you can see the border around the bars. So you can open this and then scroll down, and then you can change the color of the border. You can put it at white if you want to. You can put it at black if you want to. And then you can increase the width of the bar. Ideally, I don't use this, but I just wanted to show you how to format your charts to your taste anyways. So I think I would leave it at 1 or 2. Well, let's leave it at 2. 2 is okay, not bad. I'll close this border and now come to label, because you cannot see the exact price of this, right? So I will click on the data label, turn it on. Good. So it's telling me 25,24,521, which I think is much more better than keeping it on the axis. And then I'll scroll down to the values. Scroll down to values and then come here and then increase that to 11. And then bolding it as well. Good. Yeah, so I think this is pretty much nice. After this, I think I can now go to the general. So general is where you can change the property, which is the size and the width, the padding and everything. You can turn off the chart, the title if you don't want it, but I think I'll need this. So I'll put this down and then I can change the name of this from here by saying, average price by product. I think this is fine. Average price by product is fine by me. So I don't think I need to change anything here. But if you need to change the title, you can come here to do that. And then you can change the color if you want to put it at the middle, if you want to put it at the right alignment, but I prefer left alignment. Anyways, if you need a subtitle, you can add it. And then I think that's all I'm going to edit for this. Okay, so this is pretty cool. This is nice. So this is the average price per product. So I can see that rice is more expensive than every other product. That's the most expensive product you have on an average. So the next thing we're going to look at is to see which product or which product do people buy more. Which product do people buy more? So that means we want to look at the composition of the products. So that means if you have more sales from rice, it means that more people are buying rice. If you have more sales from beans, it means that more people are buying beans. So I go look at the proportion basically. And when you're thinking of proportion, you're thinking of percentage. You're thinking of percentage. You're thinking of donut charts or pie charts. So pie charts and donut charts is the same, but just a little bit of advancement. So by the way, when you try to create a new chart, ensure that you click on the canvas, so that this is not highlighted, because if you create another chart from this, it's going to change this. So I'll click on the white canvas to ensure that it's not selected. So I'll use a donut chart instead of a pie chart. You can use a pie chart, but okay, let me use the pie chart and change it to a donut chart. So I'll choose a pie chart first, and then I would go to the products, drag the product to legend. Those are the products that we have, and then I will drag the same product to values. So this time around, it's going to count how many products that we have. So it's going to count how many products we have. Now, from what we see here, we see that 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. Every product, has the same number of counts. But a pie chart is good like this. However, I can choose a donut chart if I want to. It's still gonna look like this. Okay. So then I can go ahead to start editing this. I'll come here and then come to visual. I can see the legend. If you turn off the legend, you don't see this legend again, but it's needed because that's how you differentiate what each section really means. So I'll put that on, and then the sliders. I open this, so it tells me which color all these belong to. So I would change this for the bottled water. I'll go to more color. Remember, it's the color code I took before. So I'll take this and then do the same for this, more color. But this time I would make it a little bit darker. Yep. Then I go to dry beans, more colors, paste the same color but change the location. Yep. And then go to milk, and then I would choose more color, same color, but then I would brighten it a bit. Okay, good. And then for rice, more color, same color code, but then yeah. So this looks nice. Good. So it makes the color consistent because I don't want to use too many colors in my charts. I mean, I'm just using one color. This is still one color, but I mean different shades basically. So the chart doesn't look too busy with too many colors. Yes, so that's fine by me. Then okay, I will scroll down and see the spacing if I need to give this any spacing. So the inner radius. So sometimes you can reduce the inner radius, but I mean it's not really good. I think most of the time I would prefer it to be around 75%. Yep, I think I prefer 75%. Good, really good. And then okay, yep, I don't think I'm done. Then data label. So I might not need the exact value. So I can come here to say label content under the detail labels. I can come here. If I turn this off, for instance, it's not going to show anything. I turn it on. Now I don't want to see the 12. I want to see the 20%, only the percentage. I'll open this and then go here, and then I will say just percentage of values. Good. So it shows me just the percentage alone. And if you want it inside, you can say inside. But basically, I don't think I like this. It depends on you anyways. Prefer outside. I think I prefer it outside. Prefer inside. I don't think so. I think outside is fine by me. Yeah. Outside is fine by me. Good. Then, okay, the values. I can then increase the values if I want to. Bolding this. And then put this as 11. So this is how we edit our chart. Then I can click on the chart to edit go to general and go to the title basically. So I would say this is so from this I can say we can decide because everything have the same, basically have the same percentage. So none of them. Okay, I haven't said that. That's for that. Then we can go into another chart to understand the average price over time. To look at the average price over time. What's the average price over time? So we can use a line chart because we're looking at trend over time. Anything over time, we use a line chart basically. So I'll use a line chart. So average price. So I'll put this as Y. And then I'll put dates because that's what we're looking at. I'll put dates as x-axis basically. So I want to see it by month. So I'll take away the day. Yeah, so we have just span through 2020, just 1 year. So I don't think I'll need the quarter. I don't think I'll need the year, just the month. Good. I don't think I took the correct thing. This is how they take price. Sorry, price to the y-axis. Good. And so from here, we can see the price, average price of products from January to April. So we see that generally that the price of commodity is actually increasing from month to month. But this is saying some. Why? Because I mean that's the default. So I have to change this to average. Yeah, so still the same nature. So we see that from January, the average price is less than 11. And then by the time we got to April, it's almost $12. So what should I do here? I need to format these charts because you have to have the same color as this. And then I would go to format your visuals, come to x-axis. I'll put this as 11. I'll bolden this. Yeah, scroll down. Then the title, I'll pull it off. I don't want the month and the month underneath, so you can see the month here. I don't want this month to show. I'll put it off. Then close the x-axis. Then come to y-axis. The value, I'll turn these two off because I want to use data label. I'll turn the two off. And then I will take this off. And then I would scroll down, then the line. So sometimes you might say you do not want a straight, like a line that is, edges like this. So you might say you want a smooth curve, basically. So it looks like a smooth curve. And then the color of the line. So we already chose them. I think the idea, I have the color code here. I can paste it here. So for consistency. Yes. Good. So I can close the line. And then I can go to the data label, turn it on. Good. I can come over here. And then look at the value. I want that to be 11. And then bolden that. Good. And then you can look at the, we see, okay, the value should display. I don't think I like to use okay, let's use the cent because that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay, good, that's good enough. Yeah, so I think that'll be all for the line charts. Then you can go ahead to change. There's no need to change this. I mean, you can see average price by month. So that means for January, the average price of commodity is about 10.79. That's $10.79. And by February, it's moved to $11.27 and $11.03, $11.90. So we can see that the price of commodities is actually increasing over the time. That's for a line chart. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is to be able to identify which store to get our goods, basically. So we have a list of things I want to buy, want to store, want to stock, want to buy food stuff. But we need to identify which store we should go to buy which products at a cheaper price. So we will need the store, the product, and the price. So we need the price of each product at each store, basically. That's what we need. So, and to visualize this, we have two categories, product and store. We are really comparing by the price. So I would use what is called a clustered column chart. So if I click on the clustered column charts, as you can see, I would have X, Y, legend, X axis, Y axis, legend. So my value is the price. I'll put that y-axis. Then I can decide where to put whether product and store, whether on x-axis or legend. So I would put this on the x-axis. So basically from this we can see that Walmart, let me change this from some price to average price because we are using average price to compare categories. So average price. So from this we can see that Walmart is a bit expensive, so maybe Costco is the cheapest. So Costco on an average is the cheapest, $11.7. Walmart is a bit expensive. Costco is a bit cheaper. And so let's put that product in context and then let's put that in legend. So from this we can see that rice is pink, right? Where's rice cheaper? We can't really compare because it's too far from each other, right? It's far from each other. So this will not be a good way to compare, because we cannot really compare rice in Targets, rice in Costco. Like, the values are really far from each other. But now let us put them together. So let's swap this. Let's put store in Legend, and then put products in X-axis, and let's see. Good. So we can compare for rice and compare across the 3 stores, right? So, but from this we can see that Costco is orange, right? Walmart is orange, Target is deep blue, Costco is light blue. So which is the cheapest? Rice. If I want to buy the cheapest rice, that's about, average price is about 23.81, 24.31, 23.81, 24.31. So Target would be where I would buy rice. I've not decided yet, but this is the cheapest place you can buy rice. Targets. Where can you buy dry beans? From here, I can see the cheapest is the lowest is the sky blue, which is the smallest, which is Costco. Where can I buy bottled water? Can see Costco, the lowest. Where can I buy milk? I think Walmart will be where you buy milk, and this is very insignificant. As a matter of fact, these two are very insignificant, but so far so good. We look at rice, dried beans, and bottled water. So for this, buy rice, Walmart is a bit cheaper when you want to buy rice compared to Costco. And when you think about dry beans, of course, non-negotiable, Costco should be your go-to. When you want to buy bottled water, Costco should be your go-to. So for me, based on this, I would basically recommend that you get all your stores from Costco, and the reason is because dried beans and bottled water is cheaper in Costco. So now move to Target to buy rice. Because of this slide, it's not even up to, let's say, about it's not even up to $1. Because of $1 change in price, you want to go to Target to buy just rice. Rather, I would say just buy everything at Costco. So this actually gives us insight into where to buy which product. So Costco will be our go-to because Costco seems like the cheapest place to buy almost all the products. Alright, so before that, I will try to edit this, and to edit this, I'll come here, format my visual, my X-axis, I'll turn off the value. Nope, take this back, put this at 11, bolding this, and then scroll down off the title, underneath the product, and then close the value. And then go to y-axis, turn off the values. I'll turn off everything because I'll be using the data label. The legend, cool. Legend, I'm cool with the legend. Probably just, okay, I think I'll leave the legend like that. I'll go to data label, turn it on. Yep. And then open this and then change the setting a bit. Go to the values and then put it at 11. And then bolding this. Okay, good. And then I think then I would go to, okay, I think the data label is fine. Then I'll go to the columns because the column charts. I'll go to the column, I'll change the color. Scroll down. So I'll go to Costco, I'll select the series Costco. So I would choose color for cat school. I'll just pick one of these colors we used earlier. Let me use this for cat school. Then for targets, I would use this. And then for wall mats, I would use this. Good. So this is how the chart is going to look like. So this is how you edit, create charts, and then edit charts. Of course, there's still many other charts here, as you can see. But I mean, as you advance your career in using Power BI, you get to get yourself familiar with the other data visualization. Yeah, so this brings us to the end of this episode. Kindly do well to like and subscribe if you're a new subscriber. All right, see you in the next episode.